Next is Mike Sullivan. Mike, welcome. And then after that, Michael Rosenberg.
Thank you, Commissioners. I appreciate the opportunity. It's been a while since I've been in this room. First, I want you to know that I'm steadfastly opposed to any fare increase. The poor people of this city can't get poorer as a result of a bunch of people in this room saying you must be poorer. That's just so wrong. It is. It's the same in my riding of York Southwestern. It's the same in Scarborough. It's the same in East York, where people don't have enough money to pay their rent, let alone get to a job. And you're saying to them it's going to cost you $100 more a year for two of you to get to a job, and they don't have it. There's no inflationary increases happening of 3% happening in ODSP or OW. Those things are not happening. They're not happening in pensions. So these people are in a position where they can't afford to absorb any more of the city's decision, which you as councillors have made, to protect the property owners. That's what you're doing. You're making sure that property owners are protected from inflationary increases, or from more than inflationary increases. And it comes at the expense of the poor. It comes at the expense of the non-property tax owners. Property taxes in the past 15 years have decreased by 17% as a proportion of the income of the city, while the price of the TTC fares has gone up by 10% in that same, as a proportion of the overall budget of the city. Why are we letting this happen? Why are we lowering property taxes and raising transit fares? It makes no sense. Now, I understand that the people who put this budget together are under some pressure to do something different, and I really don't know enough about the process, but if I was a TTC commissioner, I would not be saying let's raise fares. That's not something that you should be doing. I also want to talk to you about Presto, the $1.2 billion boondoggle that's been foisted upon the TTC and is $18.5 million of that $25 million you're asking the city for. $18.5 million is Presto costs. And Presto is going to have a hidden fare increase because a single ticket will cost more. You won't be able to, if you're a senior or a student, you won't be able to go and pay for a $2.05 fare. Impossible. Presto will charge a $3.25. And that's a TTC decision. That's not a Presto decision. But that's according to the Presto folks. In addition to a hidden fare increase, the deal with Shoppers Drug Mart just makes Galen Weston richer. That's all that does. And where the TTC, this commission, said there should be no fewer than 421 places you can buy TTC tickets, Shoppers Drug Mart has 144. Where are the other 300 agencies going to come from? The mom and pops haven't been told that they're losing this franchise, but Metrolinx has signed an exclusive deal with Shoppers Drug Mart to be the only supplier in the city of Toronto and Hamilton and Mississauga, et cetera, et cetera. And I understand I only have 3 minutes, so.
Bob.
Thanks.
I would just ask, or I would just maybe comment, and maybe later we can ask a question to tell you a bit more about this, but just, are you aware of the fare pass that is being rolled out slowly for folks that are have the challenges you've identified?
I'm aware that it's going up.
No, I mean, I'm sorry.
The price of that is going up so that people, even though they have that fare pass, will have to pay more.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yes.
Yes.
But you are aware of the program.
I am aware
and
that there is a program
there's at least some initiatives and strides
that has been
around
partially rolled out. There's no indication whether or not the rest of it will be rolled out. There will still be plenty of people who do not qualify for any of the 3 phases of the fare pass who won't be able to afford the $100 a year that you're asking them for. But that's what you're saying. And you're saying it both as councillors and commissioners who are dead set against harming the precious property tax owners, who tend to be, I understand, the majority of the voters, and you all got to get reelected. And if you cause any damage to the property tax owners, they might make you pay for it. But don't do it at the expense of the TTC. This is a jewel.
And then on the Presto, you clearly seem frustrated about the costs that we're absorbing related to that. If you could just expand.
Well, when Presto was foisted upon the TTC wanted to go a different direction. They wanted to go to a fare system that included credit cards, that included bank cards, that included apps, and instead the province said, no, you got to go with our system. And then they spent $1.2 billion building it. Vancouver built exactly the same system with almost the same number of different players in it for $194 million. You're paying for that development cost. We're paying for it in the fees that Presto is going to charge on every single fare, and this $18.5 million implementation fee that is coming up. Plus, you've had to buy a bunch of fare gates that don't work all the time, that people can easily stick an umbrella in front of and bypass. It's just such a mess, and it contains hidden fare increases that nobody yet knows about. Seniors aren't going to be able, if you're a senior, you'll be able to pay $2.05, now $2.10, when you get on a bus. But there's nobody to accept your transfer at the subway. So how are you're going to have to pay another fare when you get it to the subway.
Thank you very much. Okay, we have another, Michael's up. There's Michael. Thank you very much.
Okay.